Ben Ayade charges journalists to disseminate factual information for development of Cross River states. Meat consumers in Calabar determined to enjoy the season despite hiking price. Plus, correspondents on special assignment highlight health implication of AMPAS. Details in just a moment. Good evening. Welcome to the news at 7. I am Erika Ivi. Now the news in details. Despite his busy schedule and in the spirit of the season, Governor Ben Ayade hosted journalists in Cross River State with a message to shun fake news but disseminate factual information for the development of the state. Paul Abel was there and now reports.
The press is usually referred to as the fourth estate of the realm due to the significant role it plays in information dissemination and influence on public opinion towards general societal development. It is with this understanding the Cross River State Governor is meeting with journalists after shelving other engagement. Governor Ayade, after speaking on sundry issues, including playing politics with ethics and sustaining the rotation of governorship seats, infrastructure development and industrialization, privatization and concession of industries, the governor wants journalists to verify stories before reporting and to educate the people on the true state of affairs in the state.
Very easy for you to see people criticize, but below that criticism, there's a final truth. Always seek that truth. That is the real thing I want you to distill.
The special advisor to the governor on media and publicity and the NUJ State Council chairman have this to say.
I will again especially commend your efforts in security. We have a role to play in the development of Cross River State. And if we do not play that role successfully, then we do not know who we are.
It was not just a speech-making event. There was enough for the pen pushers to unwind. In Calabar, Paul Abel, Nta News.
A number of traditions are synonymous with Christmas, and one of such is the decoration of homes and public places with Christmas trees during the Yuletide. These Christmas trees, combined with decorations, improves the aesthetics in homes, giving Christmas celebration a unique ambience. But why are these trees essential to the celebration? Justin Item attempts to find an answer to this question.
The history of Christmas trees dates back to the 16th century when devout Christians in Germany brought evergreen trees into their homes to build Christmas pyramids. Since then, this age-long tradition has spread to other parts of the globe. The use of Christmas trees means different things to different persons. For some, it is just for decorations.
Because I don't see any significance of Christmas trees, just basically decoration.
In Christianity, the use of a Christmas tree goes beyond mere decorations, as the shrubs and branches symbolize immortality and the crown worn by Christ on the cross.
The beautiful trees decorated with various ornaments. Sometimes you find a star on top of the tree, probably signifying the star of Bethlehem, or maybe the star that led the three wise men to visit the baby Jesus.
So that decoration reminds us of the feast that we have celebration. There's something happening, something special happening. So Christmas is a special period.
Christmas trees are either natural or artificial, and the artificial ones are sold for different prices.
We have the snow and the pines. Those are the two types of Christmas trees that we have. 4 feet snow. The snow is 12,000 last. Then you have the 5 feet. 5 feet pines is 15,000.
As millions of persons continue to embrace the tradition of using Christmas trees for decorations, to some, it is simply a part of the festive season celebration. In Calabar, Justina Itam, Nta News.
Still on the season, Christmas festivity is here with a common celebration and with different types of food and drinks, since food security is an important social determinant of health, and inadequate fats or any other nutrient content in hampers may be of detrimental effects. And also, whether you are looking for a brunch-ready hamper for yourself or loved ones this season, respondents say there is need to consider health condition of the beneficiary of the hampers. Benny Achibong tells the story from here.
Healthy hampers are stuffed with delicious and healthy treats such as refined sugar-free snack, dairy, gluten-free biscuits, and more. Research highlights that several concerned aspects of nutritional quality health hampers distributed include iron and energy content, seemingly adequate with carbohydrates to decrease the percentage of fat through calories. Preparation for kids rates higher due to inclusion of peanuts.
The difference between our own hamper and the hamper you find in regular shops is that ours constitutes organic and more healthy foods. And really, since we started displaying the hampers just a few days ago, we've been having wonderful feedback from customers, meaning people have been buying. In fact, people gave us contracts to, corporate bodies gave us contracts to prepare some for them. In fact, before we finished, individuals had come to pick them.
Food security is an important social determinant of health and also income related.
Briefly speaking about health hampers, why you should give health hampers as Christmas gifts to your loved ones is basically because that is a way of showing your loved ones and your family members that your health or their health is important to you. And health hampers is cost effective, it's cheap, and it's affordable. So it's really, I think it's really good. It's great to give your family members, your loved ones, health hampers this Christmas.
Hampers are actually gifts or goods you send to people during festive periods or holidays. What is this health hampers I've been talking about? Health hampers are actually gifts concerning health that is sent to people who are either older in age or advanced. So now let's talk about how do you send this to people. I said you send health hampers to people through waybill or transportation agencies that sit back and wait for them to receive the goods.
Health hampers has to do with Medicare and skin care. Young ones can use it, adults can use it, youth, even old people can use it. They import and export. The cost, maybe you have a little money and you order it online, the cheaper rate. Now things are being done online. You order and they waybill it for you.
Well, Christmas is a time of when we show people that we care about. Especially when you want to appreciate them for maybe a goodwill they must have done for you. And sometimes, when you anticipate getting a favor from people, that's when people decide to give hampers like this. So it's just a way of appreciating your significance, people that have been significant to you.
A pamper hamper is ideal gift for moms and close acquaintances who deserve to indulge and relax this season. The range of indulgent health hampers as gift contains health-related products as Medicare and skincare products, while experts say red wine and champagne can boost health recipes and also impact positively on wellness and healthiness. In Calabar, Benny Achibong.
Still on the season, less than 72 hours to Christmas, the price of meat have continued to soar, but consumers are determined to make the best of the season despite the situation. Nkoyetem was at Wat Market, one of the major markets. Now file in these updates.
Festive period like this afford people ample opportunity to wine and unwind using variety of dishes. In most of the meals, a source of protein, either meat or fish, is majorly used. However, the price of meat, particularly goat meat and beef, commonly used at ceremonial period like this Yuletide, consumers say are relatively on the high side.
Came to buy meat. It's so high. It's only God that will help us. So it's times 2 of what we used to buy. So that is it. Anyhow, we will survive.
It's expensive, sure. Expensive and small at the same time. Or compared to before, like it was very big. But now it's too small. As you can see, I'm for 600. It's not even plenty.
I want to buy food stuff. The goat meat is very expensive. Depends on it's accordingly. Like this one, small like this 1.8. Very costly.
But what do dealers or sellers of meat have to say about the hike in prices?
The meat is expensive for us now. That's why we save too. We try to tell our customers so that they should follow us to buy, because the way we buy the meat now is very expensive. That's why we see they try our best to make sure say everything will be all right.
The way we bought this thing now is very costly. That is nearly $1 million now. A cow now is about 600, 700,000. Then for we that are selling the parts of it, it's very costly. 2 laps of cow now can be 150, 165. The limit is 170 that we bought it. Then if you bought it like that to sell it, even the consumer, the people that consume it, they are unable to purchase it.
We are buying it now is 39,000, 40,000. They're too expensive for now. This one, before I was selling it 800, 700, but now it's 2,000, 1.5 plus.
Good meat is too cost. Everything is cost. Pure water now, 10 naira now, we are buying 20 naira. Things is too cost. Like this one here now is 12,000 naira. Before we used to buy this one 3,000, but now it's 12,000. Customers are not buying again.
And the price of goods that we just buy is almost cost is 35,000. But last year we bought it 28,000, 25,000. But this year, especially this Christmas time, we bought it 35,000. The list price is 35,000. Some are 38.45. Please think of still cost, especially in this business.
However, consumers are determined to make a good time out of the season in line with the celebration of the birth of Jesus Christ, which they agreed calls for love for one another no matter the situation. In Calabar, Nkoyo Etam, NTA News.
And moving on, chickens, one of the most recognized source of the poultry meat, served with several dishes during festive seasons, is now in high demand. However, many may have to rely on alternative sources of protein as the price of chicken continues to soar beyond affordability. With barely a day to Christmas, Justin Eaton takes a look at the cost of chicken.
The ban of chicken importation in the country has no doubt spurred poultry production, making poultry farming the fastest growing segment in the agricultural industry. In view of this, it is expected that the cost of chicken should drastically reduce, especially during festive seasons. So, I went to the market to find out its affordability and availability.
This chicken before we used to sell it 5,000. So now we are selling it 9,000 based on the chicken feed. So now everything is high. So I just want government to try and help us for the chicken feed, at least to drop down the price so that we can be buying much and our customer will be coming to patronize us as before.
Like last year I bought it like 4,000 something, but now I'm buying 7,500. So I don't blame them, because I also have a poultry farm, small one, where I feed the chicken also, and I know how much it costs to buy feed, then buy drugs and other things to feed the chicken. So
the hike in prices of chicken has forced many to consider other alternatives such as beef and goat meat. But for some, there is still need to buy despite the cost, as Christmas meals can never be complete without poultry meat.
Bad as it bad, you must give to your bishop and pastors. Otherwise, if it is me alone, I won't buy, because it's too expensive.
At times like these, the Cross River State's chicken processing factory often sell chicken to the people at a subsidized rate. But is this the case this year?
We are selling 2,800
for whole dressed chicken. Our motto is that everybody will celebrate this Christmas.
I got one for 2,800. Okay. And some outside can be sold as higher, and they are not prepared.
With the high cost of chicken, many families who rely on it to prepare their Christmas meals may not be able to afford it. In Calabar, Justina Itam, NTA News.
Away from that, a personal appeal has been sent to the federal government to, as a matter of necessity, reward a segment of the Calabar Itu Highway to a relatively competent construction firm for the expected durability of the road when completed. This appeal was made public by the Niger Delta Youth Movement in collaboration with National Association of Cross River State Students, Cross River South Progressive Forum, National Youth Council of Nigeria, and the host Odubani communities at the press conference in Calabar.
The federal government had awarded contracts for the construction of the Calabar to Federal Highway, and work had since started in some portions of the road. However, stakeholders say there is need for a reputable road and bridges construction company with a track record of performance to handle the dualization work on that route. They noted that the company handling the job presently has no technical expertise.
And call on His Excellency President Muhammad Buhari to urgently revoke the said contract and re-award same to another more reputable construction company on the following grounds. 1. That Sematech Nigeria Limited lacks the necessary requisite experience in the construction of roads and bridges in Nigeria. Because between Okbokong Bridge and Itu Bridgehead, there are over 15 major culverts. Do they have the technical, the expertise, the equipment, the know-how, the manpower? They don't. Let us even forget about the issue of the fact that they have grossly breached every extant law on local content.
That area is normally flooded, and a company like Sematech cannot handle the type of construction needed in that area. Plus the fact that this stretch of road has 5 important bridges that has to be constructed.
The stakeholders believe that the federal government will consider the appeal and re-award the contracts for the interest of the motorists and other road users. In Calabar, Uduak Etam, NTA News.
You're watching news reaching you from the studio of NTA Calabar. You can also watch this newscast from my YouTube channel at YouTube/NTA Calabar. More news when we return. Don't go away. Welcome back to the rest of the bulletin and away from the states. Not less than 30 officers and men of the Akwa Ibom State Police Command have been honored for their dedication to duties. Among those who also received the Commissioner of Police Commendation were officers who displayed professionalism in handling the NSAS protest of 2020. Clement Barrick reports.
It was an end-of-the-year gathering for officers and men of the Akwa Ibom State Police Command to reappraise their achievements and shortfalls in the year 2021, while also projecting for 2022. There were briefs on the current security situation from all the area commands in the state. About 30 officers and men received the commendation of the Commissioner of Police for various gallant display of professionalism within the year.
I'm looking forward to a 2022
that will be crime-free. We have put a lot of measures on ground to make sure that Akwa Ibomites will sleep with their eyes closed.
The people you protect and work for you to understand the work you do. And therefore, a reactivation of ECRCs would be very beautiful.
Improving the welfare of personnel, sustaining a more robust relationship with the populace, and improving on intelligence gathering mechanisms are among some areas where the police in Akwa Ibom State intends to prioritize in 2022. In Uyo, Clement Barikui, NTA News.
And still coming from Uyo, after 2 months of intensive trainings, beneficiaries of NPower, an initiative of the federal government, have appreciated President Muhammadu Buhari for the program, which they say will go a long way to curb youth restiveness and tackle unemployment. Susan Asoko reports that about the 3,000 youths drawn from the 6 states of the South-South geopolitical zone benefited from the program.
I am so delighted. It's not an easy thing. Yeah, so I want to use this media to appreciate His Excellency. He has done a good job.
So if I go to my place now, I will be well established. I will start up making use of the skill that I've been taught. I want to thank God, to thank the federal government. I want to thank President Muhammadu Buhari for this. We give me such opportunities.
I really want to thank Mr. President for giving the youths another opportunity to make something meaningful out of their life.
Muhammadu Buhari has trained me on software. I'm going to bring other youths under me and also train them so that they can also be self-employed.
Those words of appreciation and hope from beneficiaries of the NPower program are indications that President Muhammadu Buhari's determination to tackle unemployment headlong is yielding positive results. While some of the youths say they never believed they could have such opportunity, the NPower program afforded them the opportunity to have their dreams come true. They express the hope that their lives will change for the better as they have been taken out of the street and the labor market through the trainings they have received on designing, web development, animation, script writing, hardware development, among others. Representative of the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development, Itoro Duku, and the Akwa Ibom State focal person, Godwin Akpan, speak of the expectations from the beneficiaries.
It's a very laudable initiative of the President Buhari. I am confident that by the time they are out of this camp, they will be able to become self-reliant.
They have internalized what they have been taught for the period, that as they go back, they should be able to put that into use.
The over 3,000 beneficiaries of the NPower program were presented with certificates and starter packs, including brand new laptops. From a back local government area, Susan Asukwo, NTA News.
This is where we made it tonight. Stay safe this Yuletide season. Thanks for watching. Good night.